Hey there, synth drones. Today we're going to be talking about the Behringer Arp 2600. Hi, I'm Pure Ambient Drone. This is my channel where I vlog about synthesizers. Hit the subscribe button, tap the bell, keep up with all of my synth adventures. Thank you for supporting me over at patreon.com/Pure Ambient Drone. Don't worry if I'm talking too fast. These links are in the description of this video and in a link below. Guess what, guys? I still have some copies of my Stranger 80s Things CD. This is the first CD that I've ever released physically, okay? I only have a limited amount of these. Head on over to my website, pureambientdrone.com, and hit the order button. It's through PayPal. They'll send me the information. You can even leave me a little note, and you can tell me whether or not you want me to unwrap it, because they're wrapped, and I will sign it. I will give you an autograph if that means anything to you at no extra cost. It's $15 for one of these, and that includes shipping, okay? And that's what the price is thus far. And I don't anticipate it going up. I haven't yet mailed any of these out, even though I have orders. I'm kind of waiting until I get enough to go to the post office. It's a bit of a trip where I live. But yeah, right here, Stranger 80s Things, and check it out on my webpage, pureambientdrone.com, limited quantities. I don't know if I'll be ordering any more of these, okay? It's expensive to make these hard copies, okay? So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting a piece of history from me, then this is the way to do it. Anyway, Behringer, woo! Arp 2600. Man, I got to sit back for a minute and just kind of absorb this, because for the first time in history, we have not one, but two companies that are offering to the public a brand new reissue, clone, whatever you want to call it, Arp 2600. We should give this a moment of silence. Okay, that's enough. It sounds great. I finally got around to listening to some of the demos online, and I am very pleased at the fact that it sounds, from what I know, I've never owned a 2600, but from what I've heard, it sounds very authentic. Both Korg and Behringer have knocked it out of the ballpark, okay? If you're the kind of person who wants the whole authentic feel and experience of the ARP 2600 and you can afford it, then the Korg 2600 ARP is for you. It is a beautiful, immaculate, wonderful, fantastic machine. If you don't need a keyboard, you don't care about those sort of things, you want to save, you need to save some money, the Behringer Arp 2600 is a great alternative. In fact, it's just as good, other than there's some give and takes for both of these units. And there really isn't much to compare other than what do they sound like in relationship to themselves, or well, I mean to each other, you know, the Behringer and the Korg. And then what do they sound like compared to the real thing? And honestly, does it have to be 100% dead on? I mean, there are some synthesizers that don't sound like the synthesizers that are made after them. In other words, you could take two analog synthesizers and they never be 110% perfect with each other. So I think maybe we would be expecting too much to get a dead-on, spot-on, 100% accurate synth copy of an ARP 2600, but it's safe to say that the spirit is there. The soul of the machine is there. That's what we're looking for. Up until this point, I don't think anybody, common synth enthusiast, could ever own one of these things, unless they're rich and won the lottery or something like that. No, they're extremely hard to obtain financially, and of course, they are scarce. Korg and Behringer have gotten on this clone train. And I like it. There's a lot of good stuff in the pages of history, especially the history of synthesizers, that I want to see relived today. You know, when a lot of this stuff came out, I wasn't even into synthesizers. So I wouldn't have had a clue about any of it, let alone what it meant and how to use it. And, you know, should I get one? No, I wasn't into this stuff when many of these older synthesizers came out. But I will tell you this, I'm very glad that they're coming out now. And I'm glad that we have two companies, at the very least, that are bringing this forward. And I understand what Korg is doing, and I respect them for it. Korg has also released the MS-20 in full-size form, and it's $1,500 and change. And for those of you who want that full experience, that's a great thing to have. Now, I had the Korg MS-20 Mini, and I loved it. I'm just running out of room here. I can't keep every synthesizer that I get my hands on. But for the most part, I would say about 90% to 95% of every synth that has come through my doors, I have used musically in a track, because I'm constantly writing music with synthesizers. Excuse me. So what I'm getting at is that when I buy a synth, I'm looking particularly at the sound of the machine. In fact, any musician that knows anything about writing music understands that you're dealing with sound. You don't pick a flute if you want a guitar sound in your music, right? Well, synthesizers have a character. They have a personality. So what I did is I went through some videos, because I don't own an ARP 2600. And I was listening to the old original and going back and listening to what we're hearing with these remakes. It sounds good. It sounds great. They sound so unique, so beautiful, so wonderful. They're definitely worth having in a studio. I'm looking, as I speak to you right now, for room to put one of these things, because they sound that good. So tell me what you guys think about these clones coming in. And man, don't forget, Stranger 80s things at pureambientdrone.com. I really only have a limited quantity of these, and I don't know if I'm going to be ordering any more of these. Okay, so you push that button to buy it on my page, and man, if you are a supporter of me at patreon.com, I will send you one of these for free. Okay, free, no postage, nothing. And that's while supplies last. And, you know, that's this batch only. I don't know if I'm going to get any more. But if you support me at patreon.com, you're going to get a free copy of these. You have to contact me and let me know that you want one, and I will mail that out to you. But yeah, talk to me, guys. This subject is so important to me. I love synthesizers. I'm addicted to them. I bet a lot of you guys are too, right? Well, until next time, I am Pure Ambient Drone. Hit the subscribe button, tap the bell, keep up with all of my synth adventures, and above all, keep calm and synth on.